Hello.
Hi,
Hi.
I'm Liz from Humans of Tango. I'm here with Alex Pacheco.
Hi.
We have an episode from 4 years ago and are taking the opportunity of being in person to nerd out briefly about being able to dance with your entire community. I believe you used the term Tango Paradise.
Yes, I
Would
think
be
so.
everyone being connected and being able to, maybe not everyone is friends, but everyone has friends. That's a direct quote. So it's been 4 years since that interview.
Yeah.
How is dancing with everyone and building Tango Paradise going?
I think it's going great. The communities that I have been able to visit in the US and in Europe, and also what we are doing in Mexico, and what I've also seen in Buenos Aires and in Montevideo, people are really concerned and putting notice into taking care of people in their community and being aware that everyone feels welcome and are having a good time. And yeah, I found some important ideas on this past year, talking to friends and also in conversatorios about the the importance to learn as a technique that is even more necessary maybe than other parts of technique that has to do with being able to adapt and to understand other people's bodies so that you can actually dance with everyone and you can actually enjoy dancing with everyone and you can do it in a way that is safe for everyone's bodies. And it's definitely one of the things that I've been working the most, both as a dancer and as a teacher, in the past few years, like how to center technique around body comfort and safety, and around connection and enjoyment with every process that we encounter. So I think when we dance with people, we are encountering processes. I think maybe what I didn't fully talked about at that moment that I'm now very aware is that we have a responsibility as communities in every level, as dancers, as organizers and teachers and performers, to start centering these things in our work and the way that we take decisions and we organize events and we teach classes, to be centering technique around body safety and capacity to take care of each other in every way.
Body safety meaning like making sure that people are comfortable.
Yeah, and that we all learn how to dance, taking care of our access, taking care of the comfort of our embrace, taking care of the things that sometimes can put pain or hurt in one body or the other person's body, and that are one of the reasons that sometimes people are wary to dance with a brother. Is that a word? No.
Wary of dancing with certain people.
Yes.
For example.
So I think that's a process that has to happen amongst the entirety of community, like higher level dancers that already dance in a way that is safe for their bodies and others. Maybe we need to learn how to adapt to people that are in a different process, and also people that are learning and finding comfort and safety in their bodies need to be able to focus on that and need to be able to have resources both from organizers and teachers to help them focus on that instead of focusing on steps.
What do you do if you have someone in your community who loves tango, they're very passionate about it, but they are careless with other people's bodies? In some way, or like you're hearing from other people in the community that when they dance with this person, they don't find it comfortable.
I mean, I think it depends on what's the specific situation of the discomfort. But I think that is harder to try to solve a specific problem than 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 to create the conditions for those problems to be solvable. I don't know how to say it.
So like encouraging communication.
Encouraging communication
partners,
and
for
having
example.
like resources available both for people that are learning and for people that are not feeling comfortable. And like if as an organizer as a teacher I'm asked to intervene in a specific situation, well, I would try to do it in a way that is constructive for both people or any people involved. And but I think that anything that we do post fact, it's going to be harder than what we can do to prevent or to create a culture um, to have resource to grow towards that. And yeah, I think encourage both open communication and also body autonomy. Like no one has to dance with everyone if they don't want to. Their specific body can't. Um, yeah, not to create rules that constrict people's capacity to say yes and no. Rather, build the conditions for everyone to strive for bigger yeses, wider yeses. Yeah, and yeah, I think it also opens a path of thinking about ableism and how can we start from a point of not knowing what the body of the other person needs from me. And I think that's part of the research or the um, constructing of an environment that allows for things to be solvable, which is I think we should every time we dance kind of check in with whom we're dancing in terms of like, can you pivot, can you do off-axis things, like how is this embraced, like to make it kind of more like a practice so that people that have some pain or are living with some disability don't have to be the ones to like step forward and say, hey, actually I need to talk to you about like I have a shoulder issue or whatever. And that also opens path for everyone to be more aware of how dancing tango, even if it's very soft for bodies and we can dancing it in a long range of ages and types of bodies and all, even so, tango can create damage, and we should be more aware of that, so that also more people can be part of it and don't have to leave when their bodies are not in their 100% expected capacity. Yeah, that's another line of thought around inclusion or access. Yeah. Yeah, thank you.